Jury selection's been amazing. The candidates are being asked about their own connections to or impressions of an array of celebrities, and with no explanation why, at least not yet. The parlor games have begun, my friends. Everybody is trying to connect the dots between the shiny, famous names and the beleaguered rap star Diddy.
I went to a seminar about death.
Okay, you have to tell me. You're
Oh
just
my
telling
God.
me this now.
I know, yeah.
Please share. Why?
I have a friend.
Why were you there? And what did you learn?
I learned that no one really dies and that, it's just an experience in the physical form and we're attached to our personalities, but that we're just souls and that we continue and continue and continue.
Nip ain't know what type of monster he was. Lauren?
No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie's birthday.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me. I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, like your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah,
Diddy's team has reportedly leaked tapes involving Lauren London, and the internet is buzzing. The footage is fueling speculation that Lauren may have had a deeper connection to Nipsey Hussle's tragic death than previously believed. Allegedly, she may have even snitched on Nipsey, her former partner, and the father of her child. Word on the street is that the entire situation could have been a setup from the very beginning, and now pieces of the truth are starting to surface. If you've been keeping an eye on the whispers circulating in Hollywood, then this might not come as a surprise. There have already been rumors of wild tapes being shopped around, allegedly exposing multiple big-name celebrities entangled in Diddy's dark and twisted world.
You're saying that there's tapes and they're being
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
Yes,
new.
there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood.
These aren't just harmless party clips. No, what's being leaked goes way deeper. We're talking about shady activities, illegal dealings, and wild freak-offs that would leave anyone shocked. Word is, many of the celebrities involved had no idea they were even being recorded. Industry veterans like Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal, who've been around the game for years, have been speaking out about these tapes. They've been warning everyone that the truth was bound to come out sooner or later, and now it looks like that time has arrived.
I sat right here and told y'all there was activity on the darknet. Videos were being distributed and were going to be sold for profit because the diddler needs the money. Did I not say that? Right here.
Bruh, those people who was caught at Diddy party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders in that house. That's a big house. But he had 250 tape recorders.
Now that Diddy's trial is officially underway, all hell is breaking loose. More and more celebrities are being linked to his alleged crimes, hidden freak culture, and some seriously dark business dealings. Here's the thing, most of the stars being mentioned aren't denying that they attended Diddy's infamous parties. What they are denying is sticking around for the after parties, where the real twisted stuff reportedly happened. But let's be real, you don't keep showing up to the same place if you think it's shady, unless you're in on it. And guess whose name came up on the very first day of the trial? Lauren London. During jury selection, jurors were asked about their familiarity with several A-list celebrities, including Kanye West, Cassie, and Lauren London. That mention alone has sparked a wave of questions. Allegedly, he had someone close to Nipsey feeding him inside information, someone who wouldn't raise suspicion. And now all fingers are starting to point toward Lauren London.
Are people forgetting it was her and Lauren London? I just find it so funny how people are always omitting names and not really looking into the true facts.
And even Nipsey himself seemed to hint at something deeper during his appearance on The Breakfast Club when he was alive. He spoke carefully, but you could sense there was more he wasn't saying, like he knew there were people close to him he couldn't fully trust. Looking back now, some are saying that interview might have been his way of confirming that something wasn't right behind the scenes. And once you start looking at it from that angle, the whole story begins to shift. Fans are no longer just seeing Lauren London as the grieving girlfriend, they're questioning if she was actually Diddy's inside player all along. Some believe she was placed in Nipsey's life to keep him in check, to monitor his moves, maybe even to influence or manipulate his decisions. The streets have been buzzing for a while about Lauren and Diddy having a relationship that was a little too close. Speculation has been flying that she may have been one of Diddy's so-called mules or yacht girls, like Young Miami. And now, that's why people believe she's been called in by the court. Old pictures have resurfaced showing Lauren and Diddy looking way too comfortable. Meanwhile, Nipsey's right there in the background, almost looking like the third wheel. After Nipsey passed, Lauren did an interview with Angie Martinez, and things got even stranger.
Hook up with the biggest rapper at the time. Everything's great. By the way, isn't she? Lauren is the one that introduced Nip to Diddy. Diddy couldn't even get to Nip, even though he had ties in LA. It was Lauren that brought Nip to him.
You're just telling me this now?
I know, yeah.
Please share, please share.
Why? I have a friend.
Why were you there, and what did you learn?
I learned that no one really dies, and that, it's just an experience in the physical form, and we're attached to our personalities, but that we're just souls, and that we continue and continue and continue. And if you have a spiritual relationship with someone on earth, you will have one with them when you leave earth. So I did this 2-day seminar on death.
And this was how long ago?
I had to be 25.
What sent you there?
Do
you find that weird though?
I'm weird.
No, it's not weird that you would go. It's almost like you were preparing yourself for what you would have to deal with.
Well, I told you I didn't have connection to Earth at a young age.
I know, but you don't find that as you were preparing yourself for what you were going to have to deal with.
Well, that we're all going to have to.
She said Diddy was the one who helped her through the grief, but it was something he told her that really raised eyebrows. According to Lauren, Puff told her, "Look, boo, you have shown everybody what it looks like to hold a man down and to love him. Now show them what it looks like when it all crumbles. That's your responsibility. Now that's not something you casually say to someone you're just cool with, unless there's a whole other kind of bond going on behind the scenes." So now, with all these resurfaced photos, shocking interviews, and court mentions, people are starting to connect the dots, and the picture that's forming is wild. Was Lauren London just caught in the middle, or was she playing both sides the whole time? Was Nipsey's death part of a much bigger scheme, with players nobody ever suspected? The streets are talking, and as more names drop and more tapes leak, the truth might finally come to light.